Have you ever arrived at a home open and there was buyers everywhere? You could hardly walk inside the home and you just knew that there was going to be multiple offers. The home was perfect for you. It ticked all the boxes. It was at a price point you could afford. Everything was perfect about this home. And you said to yourself, I just want this place. And you thought, there's no way I'm going to get it because there's just going to be too many offers. Hi, my name is Peter Fletcher. I'm a buyer's agent, a settlement agent, and the managing director of Resi, where we give everyday Aussies the tools, resources, and information they need to make winning property moves. Over the past 35 years, I've seen this scenario play out time and time again. And I know there are some strategies that you can implement that will put your offer in front of others, even when your offer is at a price that's lower than some of your competitors. Let me explain. The first thing to remember is you are playing for keeps. If there's going to be multiple offers, there's going to be no tomorrow. All the offers, in all likelihood, are going to be presented to the seller at one time, and then the seller will select one of them and accept it. And all the others will be told, sorry, bad luck, you missed out. So it's essential that you put your best foot forward. Now, what does putting your best foot forward mean? Well, an offer is broken down into two main parts. It's price, number one, and number two is terms and conditions. So let's deal firstly with terms and conditions. Number one thing to do is put down a sizable deposit. You don't want to insult the seller and make the seller think that you're half-baked about buying this property. I recommend somewhere between 2 and 5%. So as a minimum, if you're buying a property for $500,000, you'd want to be putting down about $10,000 deposit. $1 million, you're talking somewhere in the order of $20,000. That's important. Number two is your finance approval date. And your finance approval date is important because the finance broker is going to want as long as possible to get your finance. But the seller, they want as short as period as possible. They want to take the property off the market for as little time as possible. So when you're putting your finance approval date in, err on the side of realistic, on the short side of realistic. So you want to make it as quick as possible. If you have cash in the bank, obviously go cash, but not everyone has that option. If you have a finance pre-approval, and I certainly recommend that you get a finance pre-approval in place, show that to the listing agent. They're going to be able to say to the seller, I've seen that finance pre-approval and they're good to go so long as the property comes up for valuation. The next thing is terms and conditions. Now, quite often people want to put funky terms and conditions on their offer. Things like subject to the seller including the swing set, or subject to the seller leaving the pot plants on the back patio. These are just dumb terms and conditions to put on a contract. You want to keep it as clean as you possibly can. So get rid of anything that is absolutely not essential. If you don't think it's a deal breaker, just get rid of it. Don't even put it on the contract. The next thing is, for those conditions that you want on the contract, and things like a building inspection, a structural inspection, and a timber pest inspection report, use the standard annexes recommended by the real estate agent. Now, in most cases in WA, the real estate agent will recommend the use of the standard REWA annexes. So use those. Don't get all funky and try and create your own clauses there, because everyone real estate agents and sellers like to work with known quantities, and those clauses are known quantities. The next thing is settlement date. Make sure that your settlement date is as quick as possible. So the real estate agent is going to want it to have it as quick as the settlement date as short as possible, so they get their commission early. The seller usually wants a faster settlement. You'll want a longer settlement usually, but I would say find out what the seller wants and aim for that settlement date. They don't always want a short settlement because they might be buying another property. So try and work with the seller to give them the settlement date that they're looking for. So when it comes to price, you need to put your best foot forward. Remember, there is no tomorrow on this. So arrive at your no regrets price. This is the price that if you secure the property, you won't think to yourself, oh, I've paid too much. Or it's the price that if you miss out on the property, you won't think, oh, I could have paid more. So you want to arrive at that no regrets price and put that in your offer. Because remember, there's no tomorrow here. You get one shot at it and one shot only. So don't leave anything left unsaid here. So they're the main factors in making an offer. Final tip I have is don't try and outwit the real estate agent. Don't try and be clever with them. They'll see through it. They'll see through it every day of the week. They're trained professionals. Quite often, offers come in very, very close to one another in terms of price and terms and conditions. And sometimes it comes down to the seller asking the real estate agents, well, which one would you go for? And the real estate agent will go, well, look, they're all very, very much the same, but these people seem like really nice people. So the real estate agent isn't your enemy here. You want to work with them and help them get their job done as well. So I hope these tips have been helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please make them in the comments below or hit me up on 0419 538 838.